Hi there, my name's Andrew from Parker Adams Boat Sales. We are here today on the beautiful Beaulieu River and I'm standing on an absolutely stunning XO EXPLR 10. Now this boat is an absolute beast of a boat, 500 horsepower, twin Yamaha 250 horsepower engines, and it is a really special boat because it was designed by XO and Ribeye when they were having their collaboration. And as a result of that, it's loaded with every conceivable extra you can imagine. So I'm excited to bring you the rest of this walkthrough tour. Right, so let's start on the back of the boat, and you can see the back of the boat is dominated by twin Yamaha 250s, so 500 horsepower on this boat. Now we've just come back in and we've gone out and done drone footage. You can see the boat blasting along here, and I have to say I actually got knocked off my feet. Jonathan was at the throttles, he put the throttles down, I was trying to control the drone and I actually almost fell over. So it is an incredibly powerful machine, a huge amount of torque on these engines. It's really, really impressive. Now of course remember the XOs they're basically built out of a military grade aluminium, so you've got an incredibly strong hull. And in fact, if you want to get technical about it, I've been reading up about these hulls, and recent stress tests 57% stronger than your standard marine grade aluminium. So they're incredibly strong boats with the GRP on the inside. So if we look at the back, you can see, if you look around the transom, you can see this the welding here. So the aluminium hull is all welded at the back, so huge amounts of strengthening there. But you've got good amounts of walkway. I like the fact you can walk all the way around the back, or you've got the inside space, which is nice and protected. Black anodized grab handles all the way around, and the doors have got access on both sides. So you've got an access door just there and one just here. So if you do have children or pets in this area here, you can quite quickly almost enclose it off to give it that feeling of a bit of safety. Black anodized flagpole, I like that as well. So it's those little touches that make this a really purposeful and meaningful looking boat. I talked about all the extras this boat has got. I'll point them out as we go. One of them is this really cool pattern which is in the Silvertex upholstery, and you'll notice little design cues around that mention this XO and Ribeye. So this was an XO and Ribeye collaboration at the time. You've got synthetic deck which is fitted throughout the space at the rear, and that's also throughout the rest of the boat as well. But you have over carpets on this boat as well, so they protect the synthetic deck. But one thing I was really struck by is the attention to detail and the quality in little places that I always like looking in the places that are not obvious to see the quality on the boats. So if I grab the camera for a second, you can see just down here where you turn the battery switches on. If we lift this up, underneath here, it's all really, really nicely presented. All the cabling is all trunked really nicely. The isolator switches are very, very easy to get to. And it just has that sort of feeling that it's all been very well thought out. And it's presented in a really, really nice way. Another optional extra, you've got a rear light here. So if you've got people at night who are here for safety purposes, you've got a big rear light. And then you've got this good purposeful radar arch here. The boat's not fitted with radar. It's the only optional extra it doesn't have. But on the top there, you do have a searchlight. The aerials there for VHF and two big twin horns. And you've even got a DAB radio there for the fusion system as well. And that is pretty much it for the top of the boat. But if you come inside, you'll see it's a really good cosy cabin space, and it's heated. So this time of year, it's starting to get a little bit nippy. We've got the heating running now, and it creates a really nice cosy cabin in here. I really like the LED strip lights at the top, and it's Alcantara on the roof, which again is another optional extra. This boat's fitted with a galley pack, so the galley pack consists of both hot and cold running water. So the boat's got a calorifier, so you've got a 15-litre calorifier through here, so you've got a good sink in there, and then you've got an extra space. I can open it up in there, just an extra double sink in there as well. The boat is fitted with a fridge, so you've got a fridge which is just down there. I think it's a 40-litre fridge there, with LED lighting and a little freezer compartment as well. So you've got everything provided for you, and then some nice storage lockers just down there. Now, something to note is that this boat does have lots and lots of storage options. I'm used to an Axopar, and the Axopar is quite tight on storage, but actually not so much with the XO. You've got a storage space all the way underneath the seats there. So if you're taking overnight bags or day bags away, then you've got storage in there. You've got storage underneath the sink in here. And you've also got a very, very clever use of storage space further forward, which can be used both for storage and sleeping. And I'll show you that in a second. In terms of your social area here, you have a table which has got two functions. So you've got it in little cocktail mode, or you can open it up there into a larger mode. And then the seat here is currently forward facing, but it can be swiveled round. Now, I should have practiced this. In order to swivel the seat round, you pull it into that position, lift up on this side, there we go, and it swivels round. Once it's like that, you can then slide it back again, and then you've got a nice open-sized cockpit space. The Helm seat does exactly the same, so the Helm seat also slides around. That will just pull forward. And you actually got for probably 4 people, 5 tops, you've got a nice sociable space in here, which is unusual for a boat of this size and configuration. So there's lots of versatile seating arrangements as well. I'll leave that like that. Onto the helm position. So the helm position on this boat is functional. It's very good. Now, you don't have a huge window of visibility. You've got a slightly narrow window, but it still does give you a good, pretty much 360 view around, and it's dominated by this optional upgrade screen. So this is a 16-inch Simrad plotter. It's interfaced in with the engine as well, so you can have all of your engine data displayed on here, as well as a very nice, easy-to-use Simrad system. I like on the XOs, all the knobs, the switches are all very purposeful, very easy to handle, and the horn is quite purposeful as well. It's a proper purposeful horn on that. In terms of the rest of your controls, as I mentioned, you've got your central heating, you've got a Webasto system in there, which has got, I think there's 3 vents, but you do have, which I really like, is a feature where you've got vents all the way around the windscreen. So when it comes to winter boating, those little vents there are pumping hot air to stop any condensation coming onto the windscreen, which I really like. You've got Mente Marine auto trim tabs fitted, you've got a bow thruster fitted, you've got the Yamaha gauges here, so you've got the twin throttles, twin gauges here, and then this little gadget, you have a joystick. So this boat is fitted with the optional extra on the Yamaha joystick, and that has got the ability to twist the joystick. The boat spins in the directions you want it to, can go sideways, backwards, forwards. It's a really nice system. You can see it's just coming out here. When we came out of the river, the engine's separating, giving you that thrust in both directions. So it's a very clever, cool system there. The helm seat itself is actually on a suspension mount, or sort of hydraulics are going on inside there. So when we were going along earlier, Jonathan was helming and I could see that this seat was moving up and down as we went over the waves. So that's a nice addition there, which is just long distance comfort, these boats. So the owner of this boat has actually had it kept down in Falmouth for some time, and we're now on the Beaulieu River, and he's gone backwards and forwards a few times from Falmouth to Beaulieu. And these boats really are equipped to do long distance journeys like that in a lot of comfort. Looking up, we've got light coming in from any electric opening sunroof. So the sunroof, you just press a button, which is just there, and the sunroof comes across or goes back across. And you also have, as an optional extra, roof bars. So these are fitted, ideally, probably well suited for paddle boards. So instead of pumping and inflating paddle boards every single time, pop them on the top, and it gives you a nice option there when you get to save you inflating them. And then hidden inside here is your head compartment. So it's an internal heads compartment. It's pretty small, but it's perfectly functional. You also have a heating vent in there. So actually that's probably the warmest room in the house here. So the heating vent is down there. You've got a flush toilet, and it goes through into a holding tank. You have a fusion sound system, so the fusion sound system is throughout the cockpit and the internal space. So you've got one of the little fusion head units there, and they've got additional 12-volt sockets there as well. So the speakers are nicely located throughout the boat. And then as we go through, I mentioned earlier about great storage units and also sleeping options. So just underneath the console here, you have a single bed or a really good storage locker. So just inside there's a mattress that goes in. Now the owner has not got the mattress in here at the moment. The mattress is actually at home in a garage. But you can see I've lifted that up. So if I stick my head down there, hello, this is your storage. So you've got loads of space for storage, but also if you want to sleep overnight, then put the mattress into there and you've got yourself a little cabin. It's got opening out to the deck, and also opening out into the saloon area. So it's pretty versatile, and it's a good option for the occasional overnight. And it's even got a heating vent on it. So it'll keep you toasty and warm in there as well. And then as we come through, you've got a good watertight opening door here. The windscreen splits. It's a 3-side windscreen. So you go through the middle into your front area space. Big LED bar, lighting bar, again optional extra from new there, so that can illuminate the front area as well. And then the table, you've got a nice table that can be stored away as well. Little teak table there with the XO logo inside it. but storage wise it's really good. So you've got quite a good amount of space here. It's self-draining, so if you do take a big green one over, the water will automatically drain down into the bilge area. But locker wise is excellent, and inside here it's even big enough to fit a life raft. So you've got life raft and flares and a grab bag inside there. Move forward, you've got another big storage locker, which is actually where the table fits. So the table and the leg fit into there as well. And then you've got an electric windlass on the boat, which is also operated remotely. If we just open this up, you can see in there a big purposeful full chain with stainless steel anchor, which can be operated from back in the cockpit area. Put that back down again. I really like these little touches, this XO Ribeye collaboration. I like the honeycomb effect that's on the upholstery. It just creates that really smart premium feel to it. And it's got a nice feel to it. And say, people who watch the channel know I spend a lot of time on Axopars, and I think as an alternative, these are really interesting. I think they're a very, very strong boat, and that's one of the reasons that this particular owner bought this, is he felt that it gave him a really great offshore capability. With the power that you've got on this boat, it really is exceptional. So I think I've probably covered just about all of the extras and everything that we've got. If there's an extra you can think of, then it's got it, basically, this boat. It was fully loaded by Ribeye from the factory. 2022 boat, so it was first launched actually in 2023. So the invoice on this is in January 2023. The engines are all under warranty. You've got the joystick, you've got the controls, and you also have autopilot. So that's an extra thing that is, I should have mentioned on the controls. It's all fitted through the Yamaha system. So it's a proprietary Yamaha system, which is a full autopilot, which also integrates in with the chart plotter. So you can follow a route and then do those long distance cruises at ease. In terms of fuel capacity, twin 225 litre fuel tanks. So you've got a good fuel capacity that would be plenty big enough to get you down to the West Country. So it is an excellent boat. Now, in terms of pricing, the price is really competitive. So to give you an idea, brand new one of these with a single engines coming in at about 190,000 without any extras. With the twin engines, and not even as powerful as this, they're currently advertised at 210,000 without any extras. So this is a huge saving from that. If you want to see how much the price is, just click on the link just below the video. It'll take you to the full advert. So I think that covers everything. The light's starting to fade. It's not even that late. It's getting wintry now. So hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you've got this far, please like, subscribe to the video, and we'll look forward to bringing you many more videos like this. But please remember, this is a stunning XO EXPLR 10. Remember those names. Thanks as always for watching. All the best.